I'm 31, which isn't old by any means, and even in the bodybuilding world, most guys are hitting their stride, hitting their full peak in their mid to late 30s. So I think there's plenty of time left in the sport of bodybuilding. Should I choose that? I've gotten to the point where I don't feel like I'm contributing anything to the lives of those around me, and I'm not further enhancing my own life. Is it time to move on then? I guess that's probably what makes more sense. Is do you leave bodybuilding, or do you leave anything else in life? Is it time to start something else when you feel like maybe it's not fulfilling anymore? You could be doing more for yourself, more for your family, more for humanity. I don't know. Maybe you just wake up one morning and say, "Fuck, I'm bored with this. I've had enough of it. I'm ready to do something else." So I'm assuming when it's time, I'll know. I haven't felt that way yet. No, I don't ask questions. I'll just keep going. I try to, when I'm getting ready for the Olympia, the Arnold, these big shows, any professional show, I try to look at it like I'm just getting ready for a local, show, like I'm getting ready for Mr. Connecticut, in the name of not freaking myself out. Because if you look at it and go, holy shit, it's the Olympia. Are you kidding me? Dude, I'm going to be on stage with the best bodybuilders in the world.
So this year, as far as the routine is concerned, like I had said before, Evan and I both agreed that, something epic and classic, orchestrated type of music would be used for this one. Very, very powerful. And I think what we're going to bring to the table as far as his routine this year is very classic 80s style type of routine, maybe even 70s as well, where just hitting classic bodybuilding shots and holding them and then transitioning nice and smoothly into the next one. You don't really see that very often, and I figured that would be great because, again, it matches Evan's physique. Strong, powerful, classic. And I feel it's gonna surprise a lot of people on how well he's gonna execute this routine.
much, I think the improvements from Tampa, or just even last year's being a week out right now, is just fullness. I'll say a lot of fullness, same tightness, but he's fuller. He's going to present bigger illusion on stage. The side shot is better, the front double by is better. I think everything is just better and just came up. And I'll say the big, changeover is fullness.
I think Evan's ability to focus on himself when he needs to do and separate himself from the pressure, say, of other competitors is what keeps him focused and keeps him on the right track and decision. I mean, if you really look at his track record, it's not like he's ever completely thrown away his condition. He's always looked good. He's always come in fine. And for the most part, 90% of the time, he's done it all himself. And there's not many other bodybuilders who can say they've done that.
What's up, guys? 7:15 Wednesday morning, on our way to Vegas. I got up at 3:30, left the house by 4:30, got here by 5:30, checked into the gate by 6 or so. So, waiting around and about to get the show on the road. I gotta say, probably compared to last year, it's probably a lot less nerve-wracking. I haven't done the show once already, and also too, I've kind of tried to talk myself into it the whole time, telling myself, oh, it's not a big deal, trying not to think of it as the Olympia. That's funny, actually. I think at one point in my prep, I had mentioned that to Chris, and Chris said, yeah, I do the same thing, because when I'm helping guys get ready for a show, he goes, I try to remind myself, like, I'm getting them ready for a local show rather than the Olympia. He goes, because I'll freak myself out. So I guess it's, I'm not the only one who does it, but it's definitely worked. I feel pretty relaxed. I'm sure once I get there, nerves will hit a little bit, but work's pretty much done now. So all I gotta do is show up and do my thing. About to board in a few minutes, so we'll see you when we get to Vegas. I've started something that I don't feel ready yet. I don't feel done yet. I don't feel ready to finish it. Bodybuilding is something that I started, I guess you could say, when I was in high school. And it's become progressively more serious over the years, and I did my first competition in 2005. It's been an evolution. What compelled me? I don't know. I mean, I guess I could come up with a lot of things. But I guess the bottom line is that I was, in fact, compelled. I do feel driven. What exactly is driving me? I don't know. I guess you could say maybe part of it is a desire to realize my potential, to know what I'm capable of. Maybe it's best not to question things too much. I mean, maybe you try to sit here and you say, why am I doing this? Or what should I do, or this and that, rather than just say, you know what, this is what I want to do. I don't know why I want to do it, but this is what I want to do, and I'm just going to do it because it's my life, and why shouldn't I? I have no good reason not to do.
My name is Chris Aceto. I am working with Evan Centopani for the 2013 Mr. Olympia. I've known him since since we were kids. We grew up on the same block. No, I'm just kidding. I've known him just a short period of time. A few other bodybuilders I was working with hooked me up with Evan, and as everybody knows, Evan's like a thinking man's bodybuilder, and he takes a very methodical approach to his training, his nutrition, and his which contests he picks and so forth. And so somehow I got landed on his doorstep to help him fine-tune a little bit, and we worked together for the Tampa Pro this year, which he won, which qualified him for the Olympia, and now here we are 2-3 days out from Mr. Olympia, and he just came over to pose a little bit for me, and I think he looks really good, and we're just really fine-tuning here at the end. I'm asking him essentially, what do you think, which is important, I think, because he knows his body, and he's done multiple competitions without me chiming in my 2 cents, so it's good to ask the bodybuilder, what do you think? And then, based on really what he thinks, what I think, the way he looks, we're 2 days from the show, what type of little adjustments we can make to, or he can make to bring out the best package that works most effectively for his physique on stage, which is, I think, at the end of the day, is something that highlights his, his full, his size. He's a big guy, without being, and having enough condition to highlight that size. So I think that's what we're trying to figure out here the last 2 days is, how do I come in, as big as possible where it makes an impact without being so stupid and just coming in big and not in shape. And of course, trying to come in best shape as possible without sacrificing, the size or the fullness. And I think what's the probably why we're nitpicking is because it's the Mr. Olympia. If it was, any other show, you have the luxury of making mistakes. But because of competition, like in track and field, if someone running a 100-meter dash, everyone just barely goes, there's only a foot and a half between everyone who's second, third, fourth, and fifth. At this level, at this show, unfortunately, it comes down to, how do you fare against the very, very strong competition? And, I guess to summarize it, he's just trying to come in his best and let the chips fall where they may. My hope is that he'll be his best. And usually what happens at these competitions, because of the pressure, it's such a big show, it's inevitable that people who are neck and neck with you, either some people will be like, wow, they came in even better than I thought, and other people will come in not so good. So, it's the devil's in the details, and we'll see how many details we can address in the next 2 days.
Just train, yeah.
And you had good workouts.
I had good workouts. It was the easiest prep I've ever gone through. I'll tell you that. It's been a bit long.
Yeah, it's been very long because of the Tampa. The bridge between Tampa and here was
right. And I can't even bitch, because it's not like I've been on the edge of death. Like, oh my God, the diet's just sucking the life out of me. But just you go so long, and it's just like people. I think a lot of people don't realize. Like, I mean, maybe it's just the way I treat it, but I feel like it's the only thing I can do on a daily basis. Like, I feel like I can't give focus to anything else. Like, all I think about is the next meal and the workout and this and that and every single thing that pertains to just arriving at Friday night's prejudging. Alright, so just got back to my room at the press conference about a half hour ago. Basically, it's something done for the fans. I try to usually stir up some type of controversy and, get guys saying, oh, I can beat this guy, I can beat that guy, and, just kind of stir everything up, just to, make things exciting. Me, I try not to get into it too much because I always figured it's best to just keep my mouth shut, more or less, and it's better to not say you're going to do something and then maybe do it, rather than say you're going to do it and not.